Duke takes the jump and punishes the Wambulance. Oh man, 99 gram slam. Day at the beach surfs the wave. Hippie gets hurled high into the air. Hi everybody, welcome to the Junkyard Joust. I'm Aaron Yonda. That was just a small sampling of the action from the first 2 rounds. 40 cars were eliminated. These are the remaining 20 vehicles. Big Al's primary objective and Numbskull Racing slightly out ahead with 3 vehicles left. The Ram Jams were completely eliminated, and we've got a bunch of teams with only 1 car remaining, just hanging on by a thread. But a thread is better than dead. It's time to joust. Round 3 starts with the red one for Big Al, sponsored by Sicken. There's your running order, randomly determined. 11 teams left in the match. We started with 12. Numbskull starting off with Lamelt, sponsored by Hendrika's Heavy Hauling. Ooh, Lamelt gets a bad bounce off the back of the red one. I've never seen a Lamelt do this in my life. Unbelievable. Just flips over and is dead on the track. Now, there's a chance that it can come back from this. Slim Pickens could easily right that thing, but we'll see what happens. Sponsored by Ellis Wurtenberger. And Golden Owl does Numbskull a huge favor. Look at that toss. Lamelt goes up in the air to a height of 6. I've never seen a Lamelt go that high. Another first here at Junkyard Joust. And just at the very end, tips to the left and makes a recovery. And now the red one in danger. Good hit by Slim Pickens, despite the fact that it righted Lamelt and saved it. Shadow now for A-Team, sponsored by Emo Dingo. Shadow doesn't quite have the oomph to do any damage here. Pushes Slim Pickens up to the front, and Red One barely survives. Almost toppled over. A little bit more force right there. I think Red One would have been out. Speaking of force, the biggest vehicle left in the competition, Backslider, sponsored also by Hendrika's Heavy Hauling. We've seen it before. Backslider annihilates all the cars on the track. Shadow gets a boost from Slim Pickens, makes it up to a height of 7 before they both plummet back down to the ground. And unfortunately, double oops as they are both eliminated. And we lost a baby. Another baby jump ship off a Backslider. The brigade is taking some losses. Beaver E now for Team Beaverworks, sponsored by Judy Collins. Beaver E hits that jump and does a great flip over, lands it backwards. Great looking recovery for Beaver E, keeping it in the match. Up next is Lily for the Dogfighter, sponsored by Sid from Cybertron. Lily heads into the clouds and instead hits the crates, but a nice spiral on the way there, corkscrewing into the side, going up to a height of 7, almost as high as Shadow, and then lightly jumps over Slim Pickens. That is an agile vehicle. Look at that landing. Sock Hop Slammer still in this match. 57 Chevy, their sole remaining vehicle, driven by Marcus Firegun. 57 Chevy hits the ramp, goes up high into the air, and kind of flops down and cannot land upright. Makes a nice jump, though, up to 7. That seems to be a theme here in this round. And that 57 Chevy is probably out, although we've seen recoveries before by this vehicle from similar positions, so don't give up yet. Carthulu also down to just Carthonian, sponsored by Sloth's Automotive Sachet and Buffet. Carthonian hits that jump and looks like it's going to make a recovery, bounces all over the place, and then Slim Pickens blocks its path to recovery. That could be it for Carthulu. If anyone can survive that jump, it's Day at the Beach for Key West Crew, sponsored by Price X Private Parts. Oh boy, I shouldn't have said that. I always do this. I hope that Day at the Beach doesn't get eliminated now. I'm not going to blame myself, though. It's not my fault. I didn't do anything except say that if anyone can take the job. Maybe it was my fault. I don't know. Here comes the Mad Maniac Express, sponsored by Dr. Gonzo and driven by Mad Maddie. Oh, the Mad Maniac's last hope in this match, and it just flips over upside down. The slow approach finally fails that big bus, and it is probably done. Moby D's up for Big Al's primary objective, sponsored by Sid from Cybertron. We're losing team after team, but Moby D makes a spectacular recovery, bouncing heavily off the crates and landing it. Somehow manages to avoid all of the traffic and plants it safely. Nice work. Turdo Shell for Numbskull Racing, sponsored by Emo Dingo. If anything can survive the jump. Oh, wow, Turtle Shell takes a massive leap up into the sky, and look at the landing. Makes it all the way up to a 7, as is tradition in this round. And then look at this. Backslider gets bounced backwards a little bit, and Turtle Shell pops down and takes its place right in front of Backslider. Like, yeah, look, you didn't do anything to me. Hodor for Golden Owl, sponsored by Farty Marty. Oh no, and the last of the ooze coops flips itself over to its doom. Not a single ooze coop, I think, ever got to set up a ramp in this match. I could be wrong, but man, that's tough. That's gonna be it for Golden Owl and for ooze coops. Solaire now for the A-Team, sponsored by Farty Marty. Solaire leaps into the air and makes an incredible recovery. A lot of spinning right there. Hits a level 6 with that leap. And as it bounces to a recovery, look at that. Day at the Beach is now recovered. Solaire, a little twisting help right there. And Key West breathes a sigh of relief. Hammered Coop now for Baby Brigade, sponsored by Judy Collins. Hammered Coop can't handle his own teammate's jump and flops it over upside down. Maybe got hung up on the baby on that recovery, I don't know. And on the way down, Hammered Coop slapped that Solaire off the pile and flipped it upside down. A-Team is gonna lose their Solaire. Here comes Agent Y, sponsored by Hendrickus Heavy Hauling. Ooh, yeah, nice jump there for Agent Y as it hits the crates, flips down, uses Hodor as a little off-ramp to descend into safety and survive the round. Bella's up for the Dogfighters, sponsored by Judy Collins. Bella hits the ramp and then uses Agent Y as a little pivot point to drop down and land it. Pretty graceful maneuver there for Bella. Dr. Black MD for Big Al, sponsored by Chicken Rings Onion Wings. Can the Doctor get under the ramp of Backslider? He sure can, and this is the closest that Backsliders come to danger so far. I cannot say for sure whether or not that is eliminated, but there's a lot more round to go yet, so we'll see what happens, but that looks pretty darn close. Wow. That's a vehicle I thought I'd never see in that position. Ride Express now for Numbskull, sponsored by Stump's Tree Farm. Final car of the round. And Ride Express does Baby Brigade a favor right there, riding Backslider completely. Turtle Shell gets jostled around but stays right side up. Taking a look at the field, 8 eliminations, but 5 teams were eliminated in this round by itself. In that sense, this was the most devastating round so far. Let's take a look at the aftermath. We're gonna have to say goodbye to the Mad Maniacs and the A-Team. Big Al's primary objective in Numbskull Racing didn't lose a single car. They're still at 3. Team Beaverworks still at 2, and Baby Brigade lost 1 down to 1. Cthulhu and Sock Hop Slammer is eliminated. Golden Owl lost 2, also eliminated. Key West made a lucky recovery and remain in the match. Dogfighters still have 2. It's round 4, 6 teams, 12 cars, Moby D. Somehow Big Al and Numbskull made it out of that massacre of a round with all their cars intact. It puts them in a pretty decent place going forward into this match, but as you know, anything can happen as Turtle Shell slams into Moby D. A lot of paint flying around right there. Turtle Shell looking a little vulnerable here as Lily takes to the field. Lily hip checks Turtle Shell across the ground. Turtle Shell spinning to a stop. Turtle Shell showing off some pretty sweet dance moves right there. And no eliminations yet in the round. Agent Y. Agent Y tries to leap over Moby D and can't quite pull off the maneuver. Lands on the side of the track and just topples upside down. Almost makes it over all the way, but can't quite do it. That could be it for Agent Y. Team Beaverworks still have 1 in the match though. Backslider, the last one from Baby Brigade. That deadly front ramp on Backslider. Deadly once again for Moby D, and Big Al loses a big one for their team. Paint flying everywhere. They might be down a couple babies, but they are still just as nasty. Day at the Beach. Day at the Beach, what even is that? I don't even know what happened there. Day at the Beach kind of took a half-hearted launch off Backslider and got hung up, it looks like, on the jump. Well, I get the feeling that Day at the Beach isn't going to stay there for long. Here comes Red One. Red One does not take the ramp, dislodges Day at the Beach, and of course Day at the Beach recovers. Red One now posed potentially to go under that ramp. Pretty big hit from Ride Express for Numbskull. Numbskull slams into Red One and pinches it off the track, but Red One stays alive with an about face and a good landing. Bella smacks the wall of Raijin, cannot get much action there, and locks it in. Beaver E, time for some undercutting. Beaver E gets under Bella, but a deft maneuver right there, and Bella flips over, lands it right side up, and Raijin manages to stay in place. Dr. Black MD gonna stir it up. Dr. Black slides under 3 vehicles on the track, gets about halfway under backslider, takes Beaver E out on the way through. Somehow Raijin manages to stay upright. This could be trouble for Beaver Works. Beaver E needs to make a recovery here. Lamelt not willing to help out at all, and that was the final car of the round. Bad news for Beaver Works. That is going to knock them out of this match. 3 vehicles eliminated on the round. There are just 5 teams left in this match. Let's take a look at the aftermath. Beaver Works got knocked out. Big Al lost 1. Numbskull stayed at 3. And Baby Brigade stayed at 1. Key West still having a day at the beach, and the Dogfighters stayed alive at 2. As I mentioned, we're down to the top 5 teams of the custom tournament. Congrats to all the teams that made it from 6th to 12th place in this competition. Now let's go find out who's gonna get number 1. Numbskull starting off round 5 with the ever-impressive Turtle Shell. Oh, and as soon as I say that, of course, Turtle Shell, not so impressive, but Turtle Shell's gonna take a hit that I have a theory will probably lead to a recovery, but I won't say one way or the other. I don't want to jinx it. Dr. Black MD gonna deliver that hit. Dr. Black knocks Turtle Shell right off the track, and Turtle Shell, of course, rolls over on its back and then flips right side up as per usual. And now here comes Bella for the Dogfighters. Bella slams into Dr. Black, pushes Dr. Black up on that sharp ramp on the front of the vehicle, but Dr. Black will not move and stays locked in. Both of these cars are about to take a devastating hit from backslider, and we've seen this happen before. It's never good. A huge slice, cars flying up in the air. Dr. Black bouncing, getting smacked by Bella. Bella making it up to 6 before coming down on top of Dr. Black. And Dr. Black, kind of lucky actually, managed to make a recovery because of that. Bella also somehow pulls off a recovery, though that is a dangerous position to be in. Day at the beach, time to take that jump. And what a jump by Day at the beach. That looked more like a skateboarding maneuver than anything. Day at the beach landing it flawlessly and giving backslider a little nudge. Lamelt. Somehow Lamelt remains stable off of that jump, hits it, and then lands it. Wow, not many cars can do that, but Lamelt is not many cars. The red one. The red one slips that dagger underneath the jump, doesn't want to take the jump, and pushes backslider up towards the front. That's a good way to stay alive right there. Here comes Lily. Lily hits red one, oh, and takes a bad bounce off the back of red one. Back of that vehicle has caused trouble for these flat cars. Lamelt had trouble last round, if you remember. And now Lily does a bunch of dancing and spinning with just the front end hanging out over the track. There could be a chance of recovery right here if Raijin hits it right. Raijin slams into the group and hits it perfectly for Lily. Lily flips right over, right side up. You couldn't have planned it any better. Raijin does not do any other damage, and that was the last car of the round. That means no eliminations for this round. That shows you the caliber of these competitors. That means we're gonna plunge right into round 6, and we're gonna increase those speeds. Gotta have some eliminations, so all the cars are gonna go down the track faster. Turtle Shell starts us off with a speedy hit on Evil Weevil, goes all the way up to the front and still locks it in. And here comes a quicker Bella. Bella rather nicely knocks Turtle Shell into the safety area, just kind of plops him there and then bounces back. It was a nice undercut of a hit, but Turtle Shell got too good a balance to be affected. Red one's gonna take a shot at Bella now in the middle of the track. Increased speed for red one, still not a whole lot of speed, and just kind of pushes everybody up to the front and locks them in. Day at the beach has got to watch out for the back of red one. It's bad for these flat cars, as we know. Day at the Beach handles it like a champ, jumps right over Red One, no problem, drives down Bella, and parks right behind Turtle Shell. Slightly precarious position, but I get the feeling that Day at the Beach can handle it. Oh boy, here we go, backslider coming down. The increased speed of backslider has caused devastation on the track. Red One getting tossed off the track for the first time upside down. And take a close look at this Red One on the way out. Grabs one of those babies, knocks it off of backslider, does not go out without a fight. Bella got turned sideways on that hit, and Day at the Beach survived. Wow, that was a big hit right there. Here comes LaMelt. LaMelt takes the jump again, and wow, that is just amazing to watch. LaMelt lands right back on the track, slides around facing forward. Can't quite lock it into the track, though. That could be a vulnerable position. Here comes Lily. Lily showing you why this team is called the Dogfighters. Look at all the air that Lily gets on the way down to a successful landing. She makes it all the way up to an 8, highest jump so far today. Quite possibly the only car that backslider has to fear, Dr. Black MD. Dr. Black, what a smooth hit that was. Just goes right under backslider, doesn't even do any damage, just goes gliding right underneath and leaves it back on the track again. And LaMelt takes a little bump, but nothing major. Here comes Raijin Express, last vehicle of the round. Oh, looks like backslider got dislodged enough that even Raijin was able to get underneath that ramp and make a nice hit. Can't tell if LaMelt might be beyond 45. It's tough to say. We're gonna have to take a measurement on that. Otherwise, we lost 2 cars in the round. Red One and Bella are gonna be out. No teams eliminated in this round. Taking a look at that measurement, LaMelt is just below the 45-degree angle and will survive for another round. That means that once again, Numbskull still has 3 left in this match. Big Al down to 1, Baby still at 1, Key West still at 1, and Dogfighters down to just 1. The cars will continue to go down at the same speed. LaMelt starting us off for Numbskull. Numbskull looking pretty good in this match right now, but there's plenty of danger left and anything can still happen. Lily's gonna take a shot at LaMelt. And a nice shot it is, manages to bobble LaMelt around a little bit, push him into the crates, and then LaMelt parks precariously with Lily curbside. The brigade continues to shrink, backslider down to 2 babies. Oh, look at this, backslider with a hit that was so powerful. It flipped upside down on the track, sent both of the other cars, one up to level 8 for Lily. LaMelt eliminated, Lily on the edge, and backslider is in deep trouble here. Baby Brigade might just be out unless they can make some sort of recovery. Still on the track, so there's still a chance for both of these cars. Here comes Dr. Black, let's see what happens. Dr. Black slides under, oh, and just for a second, backslider recovers and can't quite handle the weight of its own bulk and flips over sideways, and that might be it right there. Lily not quite able to make a recovery yet. Day at the Beach. Day at the Beach plows into the cars, and no change there as Day at the Beach locks it in. A slight flip up for Lily, but not enough to get over. Raijin Express. Raijin hits the line and Lily is finished off, and that is going to end the Dogfighters for sure. We're going to lose 2 teams in this round, it looks like to me. Still got one more car to come down, Turtle Shell. Dr. Black, got to be careful here. Turtle Shell headbutts Raijin, locks the line in. No more damage there, but enough damage in this round caused by backslider to last for a while. 3 cars and 2 teams going away in this round. Let's take a look at the aftermath. Numbskull down to 2, Baby Brigade out, Key West still in this, and the Dogfighters are out. We are down to 3 teams. It's round 8. We go until there is just 1 team left. Turtle Shell's gonna start us off. Ended last round, starting off this one. 2 left for Numbskull. Turtle Shell goes off the edge of the track, tries to escape, but can't quite make it. Still in danger there. Day at the Beach gonna make the next hit. Day at the Beach blows on through. Turtle Shell makes a nice spin, gets the heck out of there into safety. Day at the Beach still on the track. Curbside though, could be a little bit dangerous. Gonna have to survive an undercut from Dr. Black MD. Dr. Black carves underneath Day at the Beach, but Day at the Beach just flips around and it's not a problem. Recovery right there. Evil Weevil's still on the track doing some buffering work. And it's the final car of round 8, Raijin Express. Raijin hits Dr. Black, does not manage to take it down, and actually stays alive barely itself. Teeters on the edge and almost flips over. No eliminations on this round. If things weren't heating up enough, they're gonna heat up more now. We're gonna increase those speeds again. If there are no eliminations in round 9, we will go no holds barred. Here comes the increased speed of Turtle Shell. Turtle Shell rockets down the track, takes his position, does go off the track this time, just locks it in. Impressive at these speeds. Dr. Black has a chance to do some damage for Big Al's primary objective. Could take out Turtle Shell right here. Ooh, good effort, but can't quite do it. Turtle Shell makes a nice recovery, gets off the track to safety. Numbskull is going to stick around for another round. Dr. Black is curbside. Day at the Beach has an opportunity here. Day at the Beach, not enough power in that vehicle. Oh wow, the top of Day at the Beach is starting to come off. Finally, the masking tape is coming loose on that car after all the abuse it's taken and the flips it's done. Raijin Express, this is the biggest vehicle left right now. Raijin hits the line and Dr. Black gets squeezed out in a dramatic fashion, hits the tires and can't quite make the rollover, runs out of space, flips over upside down, and that is gonna do it for Big Al. The primary objective have been eliminated by that hit by Raijin. They're gonna secure third place in this contest, and now there's just 2 teams left. Numbskull still at 2, Key West at 1. Here we go. It's round 10. Numbskull has had a dominant performance in this match, but it is not over until it's over. Anything can happen, and we know Day at the Beach has amazing survival skills. Day at the Beach gonna hit the track now. And slides into Turtle Shell, pushes Turtle Shell up into the safety spot. Not exactly a damaging move right there. Day at the Beach basically just hoping that Numbskull will damage itself. Raijin slams into Day at the Beach, knocks it off the track. Day at the Beach, nice recovery there, nice and level. No eliminations on this round, and guess what, everybody? It's time for no holds barred. Time to pull Evil Weevil, the track buffer, off the track. And I think you'll understand why we have that track buffer after this. Things are about to get crazy. The truest test of survival there is in Junkyard Joust. No holds barred. Here comes Raijin. No track buffer, and Raijin hits the safety bar at full speed, bounces back, goes off the track upside down, takes itself out. That vehicle is just a little too heavy for its own good at this speed. And this is exactly what Day at the Beach and the Key West crew needed to happen. Day at the Beach hits that safety bar and goes all the way back down the track. Curbside at the bottom of the hill. Pretty vulnerable position. Let's see if it pays off. Turtle Shell has an opportunity to end this match right here, but gotta be careful and don't self-eliminate. Turtle Shell slams into Day at the Beach. Day at the Beach gets off the track, lets Turtle Shell hit that safety bar. Not enough speed for Turtle Shell to damage itself though. And we're gonna go on to round 12. And finally, the teams are equal. Key West versus Numbskull. It's the final showdown. Each team is going to take turns going first and trying to get an elimination. And we'll keep going until somebody gets eliminated. Day at the Beach, wow, just hits the rail so hard, goes halfway up the hill, comes back down, and yet somehow manages to stay on the track. And now Turtle Shell is gonna get an opportunity to end this match. Turtle Shell rips through Day at the Beach, knocking the top off. The wave comes undone, and Turtle Shell just whipped over to the left, slams into the stone fence, knocks them over, but survives. Final showdown will continue. This time, Turtle Shell's going down first. Gotta be careful here. Turtle Shell hits the end of the track, flips over, makes a nice recovery, goes pretty high up in the air, and with that recovery, not going to do any damage to Day at the Beach. Day at the Beach now basically just has to survive this run to stay in. Day at the Beach doing a massive bounce down at the end, goes way, way back, even higher than before. Almost going to end up back on the platform again, and that is a survival right there. Well done. So Day at the Beach will start us off for this round of the final showdown. Day at the Beach hits that and this time gets caught up on the edge of the track and ends up at the bottom of the hill, curbside. This is definitely a trickier position to be in here. Turtleshell can try to take advantage of this, hasn't so far. Turtleshell makes the hit, and that is gonna do it. Day at the Beach gets knocked upside down, clips on the end of the track, actually takes a bunch of turf with it, and that unusual bounce is enough to cause an elimination. Unusual upside down. I don't know if the wave just ran out of energy from all those hits, but that's it for Key West crew, and we have a winner, folks. Turtleshell and Numbskull Racing are the champions of the first ever Junkyard Joust Custom Tournament. Congratulations to our top 3 teams. Big Al's Primary Objectives gets 3rd, Key West Crew gets 2nd, and Numbskull Racing tops the charts, number 1. Here's how all 12 teams placed in this match. I'm gonna do another custom tournament early next year. I'll let you know about the rules for that as soon as I can. These top 3 teams will automatically get to compete in that if they wish. The Apocalypse Joust is nearly upon us. I'll have a posting about that over on redlinederby.com very soon, telling you what the rules are. That is a custom tournament. There's actually gonna be probably multiple tournaments, all in the world of Apocalypse Joust. Those of you who sent money for return shipping will get your cars back pretty soon. Thank you to everybody who sent cars for this contest. I had a really great time doing it. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be tweaking the rules a little bit for future custom jousts, so make sure that you know what those are before you design your cars. Cheers, everybody. See you next time on the Joust.